let's get right into it. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this. Talk to me about prioritizing self care in your life and what that journey has looked like for you.
All right, so self care, I think, has to be number one. We don't have energy for anything else when we don't have energy. I don't think I really became aware of it until my daughter was young. She was
Mm,
a baby still, and I hadn't really slept when I was pregnant, and then I didn't sleep for a long time after she was born. And at a certain point, I started getting these terrible, terrible migraines to the point where I wasn't really functioning. And it's funny because I was reading your story and I hear from other people that a lot of us have to kind of get to this edge where we're no longer functioning properly in order to prioritize self care. And I feel like, God, can't we prioritize it before we're sick? But it really did take me kind of being flat and not being able to do anything to be able to say, like, all right, I can't do this anymore. And I think it's taken a long time to get to a point where I do put myself first, because I
mhm.
think we get into such a habit of always putting other people first that we don't even realize we're doing it. That sometimes even what we think we actually want is really we want it because somebody else we care about wants it.
I agree with you. The reason I come on here and have these conversations is we've got to quit hitting a wall before we start prioritizing ourselves. This idea of prioritizing your wellness is not selfish at all. It's actually really healthy. Talk to me about what are some of your practices. I know you took a year off to focus on yourself. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, that's what I called my year of selfish. And I chose the word selfish very specifically because I wanted to redefine the word for myself. So I chose selfish as my word of the year. Throughout the year, the main question was, what is it that I actually want here? And I think that's when I started to realize how often I don't really know what I want, and I'm making decisions based on not knowing what I want, which I think also very much goes back to knowing your emotional state. If you don't know that you're sad, you can't address it. If you don't know that you're angry, you can't address it. Once you even know, it's still difficult because then you still have to have conversations and you still have to address it. And you never know how the people around you are going to react to it. For those reasons, I think it's easier for us to just be like, you know what, I'm fine, when you're not fine. It was just a great year for me to focus on figuring out what it is that I actually want, which allowed me to then set the boundaries that I need to
Yeah.
have. Because I think that also, like, we're all about setting boundaries and we talk a lot about it, but if you don't know what you want, there's no way for you to set boundaries.